As guests join, hide their audio and video from my broadcasts. Yes. So there, you should not show up now, basically, when you join. There's a Q&A part. Ask your audience to submit questions. So that's something like you and I could theoretically facilitate. We might like just be going like, what do you think about this? And then see what people say. And then showcased as what? An item from the website. I think this just shows stuff to the audience. There's the screen share. Of course, make sure that works. Time your screen. Do you see the screen share yet?
I see all that.
Okay, let me try to present it. Whoa, look at that. It's like fading to infinity.
Yeah, that's what I see.
There we go.
I see that.
There we go. So now basically it should just be whatever it is.
So if you had a PowerPoint.
Exactly. We just. The presenter flicks out a PowerPoint to show a video real quick. Whoever's watching will still see whatever's on the screen, basically. So whatever the audience sees here, they should see. So I think Java's working on this. We have to mess with that afterwards.
Yeah, I got to download that separately, and I got to tweak it after it's installed.
Oh, shit. There we go.
Let's see if it'll play nicely.
Okay. Anything else?
You're looking at it. You've got that camera selected. See if you can select the
Sweet pirate.
Logitech. See it.
Supposed to keep finding it. Word for a second. So that'd be nice. So if the presenter's irritating us, we can put front cats out and during training.
See, the part I don't like is
they'll have no
your
idea.
face disappears. So I wonder if you post that, it's got a yellow tint to it. Can you switch the camera over to the Logitech? See what it looks like?
So switch it to this.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I guess we got to do a mic test in here too, right? Because I didn't do that either. I haven't switched over to shoot USB audio device. Is that the?
That's right. Yep.
Let's try that.
Right. Yeah. It's supposed to have a white.
Well, that looks clear, I think.
Here's the.
See, that covers. The face is still dark, and it's probably because of the light.
Projector light on my face.
There you go.
Or
The trouble is, there's no like.
stand over by the podium and see if the light makes a difference on that.
Yeah.
Tell
I look less
It does.
demonic over here.
It's better.
It's better, yeah. And now she'll be in the middle, so she'll have light in the middle. It just won't, the lights will be off over the projector. So that'll be fine.
But the option is that we can record. Oh no, we can't. That's that one. Yeah. So
We
with
can make
that,
it seem like we're someone very exciting.
Looks like the news or the weather.
I know.
Tornadoes are coming.
it's like this video game I played.
Yeah. Oh, is that?
You were able to go these different worlds, or
Oh,
they're somewhere else, but
yeah.
then transpose into like world.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh God, I'm drowning.
There you go.
Ah. Something like that.
So,
Yeah.
all right.
The face is a lot more visible on this one, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. So the same thing though, with that camera, you're still able to change it out.
Still able to change it all out.
It's got yellow.
Oh yeah.
Switch back to that document camera. Let's see if on this side, if it looks good on this side, it might just be the projector. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, you're clear on this side. So I think the recording will be good. I think it's just that projector is kind of a little bit yellow when it comes up. You know what I mean?
Oh, I see. You're saying the colors look better.
But the color, if you
on
look
the
over
actual
here,
screen itself. Yeah, actually, the
It
colors
looks
look better on here than they do on there.
I might do that one too.
switch back to Logitech.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, it's definitely like a yellow tint over, yellow green tint over here. So
That's
all right.
the
I'll
output.
replace these anyway, right? So, we don't have to fix that. And it won't matter because the people sitting in the audience are not going to.
They're not going to see that. Yeah.
They're just going to see
Or see
whatever.
the presentation. Yeah. Good deal. So the question is, here.
Now, what the caveat being that then we have to have another device plugged in. But maybe we could just basically, like, if we're here setting up, right, so we can just
Well,
park.
whichever one.
Go, here's the camera, here's the mic.
Yeah.
This is like, I can put my laptop and I can put this stuff, and we go, like, here's us, like, we're blocking off this table. This is where stuff goes. I don't know, what do you guys think?
Now, if we're logged in on the laptop as you, we would have the same options available. Couldn't we just start recording off of that?
Yes, the only caveat being that the reason we thought about using this is so that whatever the presenter's showing, theoretically, like, so their presenter video would actually be down here, hopefully, and that whatever, like, their PowerPoint would be the biggest picture. We could always use that, as long as we zoomed in closer so they can see whatever's on the actual screen. So say like,
let's
say this
simulate-
is like what people like to do, when they put up a PowerPoint slide, and just blocks of text, and talking about it.
Look and see, I wonder what that would look like.
Oh,
There.
that's what we need admin rights for, right?
Let me see,
Will that run now, or do we still need the admin rights
what's that?
to do the capture, the picture-in-picture?
That's not a admin rights thing, it's that I need to find an add-on that will do it. It doesn't default to letting you do it.
Oh, okay.
So here, that sounds like oh wait, no, that one's not gonna look for us. So I want to find something that's been on here recently. I just need text. Okay, someone's got to download some presentation on this thing.
Cancel it.
I grabbed rounds in there.
Grand rounds.
Yeah, that was just.
You do next, I'll launch it there.
Must have been moved. Let's see if there's anything in the. Actually, I'll just knock something up, but easier just to grab. I'm not gonna make it that easy. All right, fair enough. Well, here we go. Stop. Collaborate in this. There is the. Ah. So on your screen,
You'll have to change that,
Oh, well, no, but because what we're talking about is just having a laptop sitting over here screening that stuff. So does that camera read this screen or not?
I won't be able to see anything back there. I can't do
Yeah.
that.
All right, so we'd either have to have the camera a lot closer or just use this basically as the hub. And then the reality is that one of us will have to be keeping an eye on this or basically managing it.
So what's missing for the picture-in-picture?
I need to find an add-on that does it, basically. So
But you can change that into the screen share.
yes, this can be set up to screen share.
So if you do screen share, what is that?
Oh,
look
I
like?
see. We just want to see basically what
Yeah.
that look like. Okay, hold on. We need that one. The entire screen. And then we'll see fading into infinity. But they won't see that because we'll shrink that.
Right. There you
So
go.
they'll just see this.
Yeah, and I can
See
see
the
this.
slides. Follow the slides there.
Uh-huh.
And that would be good for someone outside the room.
So we'll just flip through and then we'll just have them mic'd. So they'll be able to treat it like a regular presentation. They don't even know any better. They'll just
Right,
be
they'll
a
be
microphone
able to hear
over there
that.
and a camera. Yeah, exactly. And so and the reality is that like you and I would basically just be able to say like, just do what you do and we'll keep an eye on the stuff that we're doing.
Yeah, and if
So-
they're off-site, then the audio you don't care about, you can turn that on as long as your mic's off. So you can hear
I'll go
the
here.
conversation and then watch the screen. And then whoever's on the other side, if it's a different building, can put that in the projector
Right.
to share out.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll be talking, and she'll be talking to these pieces
Right.
here,
And
so
then
I'll know where they're at.
the ideal thing was not to have them have the PowerPoint and flick and wonder where they are.
Exactly.
Is
Yeah,
to
you got
let
it
the
this way.
presenter control the PowerPoint slide and just sit back and watch.
And we don't have to talk, but then we don't have to see them. As
Right.
long as we hear them with this agenda here.
I mean, the ideal would be to have that picture-in-picture.
Yes.
And
And that'll be what I'll see if I can work. Like I said, it doesn't default to anything because you get to find, but I was looking online and someone just said, yeah, you can use one of these three things and that'll let you.
Well, the other
full
thing that
screen
you
and
could
stuff
do
like that.
picture is that there's other apps on there, but I don't know. It only captures so much time, 15 minutes, sometimes like Screencast-O-Matic.
Okay.
You can
Yeah.
do picture,
We have to find something
then
that's
the
free.
camera is then still I don't know, maybe the camera still would work.
Well, I'd be looking for an add-on for the Hangouts on there. Like it has a set of add-ons you can get. So we can trick you right though is to find one that is free. Because all the ones that I know about that record longer than that charge you. So obviously, basically, if there's anything. If not, this is still sufficient for our purposes.
I mean, yeah, so this was, this we could hear and
Sure.
follow along.
This wouldn't be like, and that would be less stressful for our presenters probably to know that no one can see you.
They're only gonna see your slides.
Exactly.
And this is low key, and once it's on the table, I don't think you'll notice this camera here.
And that's the thing is that, so the camera is gonna pick up, but now when you're sharing like this, it doesn't even, that camera's not even important.
No,
So I'll look and see how feasible that even is.
well, it can be at the end, like the beginning, the intro, and at the end when they kind of close down or shut down the PowerPoint. So close your PowerPoint, let's see if it'll switch over or minimize it.
Okay.
I want to see if your video,
It's gonna show me the screens,
it'll just give you the screen.
so he has to go back to that other part.
You'll have to,
You have to go back to screencast.
Yeah, so I basically set it to capture the entire screen so that if like they close their PowerPoint, switch over to a YouTube clip,
Right.
then they'll, whatever you're seeing, whatever you're showing the audience in here, people there will see that as well. And then basically there's a little thing at the bottom of the screen at all times that is, for some reason, the bar that never stays up is refusing to go down now. But anyway, here it is. Just a stop sharing button basically down here. So as soon as we don't want that to do, so. Then it'll basically just start, it'll bring it back to just whatever.
so I mean, the nice thing about that is if you start it that way, they get to feel like they're there listening to the intro and,
Yeah, true.
you know, the conversation. You feel like you're in a meeting.
Yeah.
And then at the very end, somebody will have to switch it back.
Yeah.
So that, again, they're participating again after the slides.
Yeah, I
And
like that.
feel like they're finishing up with
I think
everybody else.
that's a good strategy.
Yeah.
I think people.
That feels like a realistic meeting, like you're actually there, you're part of that.
If you're in this big room, the person you can't see really with their face.
Yeah.
And, you know, you really aren't gonna be able to see the slides.
Yeah.
I think that it's better if we do it that way. It'll be a lot easier, I think, on us. So yeah, I think it will be thinking about that time, first 5 minutes, you know, the last, if there's questions, we could, put it back on the person.
The other thing I just thought of is I can set my laptop up in the back of the room and turn on BombGuard. BombGuard is our remote access. So we can simulate like we're actually remotely connecting to the desktop and then control it from the back of the room.
Oh, that'd be nice. So then we're not sitting up here right
Right.
next to the presenter.
And we can click on those options without standing in front of everybody else.
That'd be good.
Because it kind of looks like it's being interrupted.
Yeah,
We can control that desktop up front with a laptop in the back.
and that actually might work better, because what I was trying to
And
work
if
through in
you
my
tell-
head was,
So you say, we'll take control and go from there.
So,
because one of the things this thing does, of course, is it has this little Q&A feature, and like there's things where like people not here could be asking questions and things like that.
Yeah.
But if we're sharing the whole screen, we can't do that, because this will then pop up every time we go to answer one, right? So, but if we're controlling it from the back, whatever they want to show up, we'll just go share that,
Mhm.
right? So we can basically just go, okay, we want to share, right now, we're only sharing the, whatever, like, you know, the Chrome tab, or we're only sharing the PowerPoint, and like, we basically toggle between them, and then we can still see the whole operation, because people out there are only gonna see what we see, or say they can see, basically. So, would that work? I know, I guess people in here, though, would still, no, that won't work.
And I
People in
believe-
here are still gonna see whatever we're doing.
I believe
so
I
that
can
won't
log in and whoever's gonna be in
I
the meeting the whole
don't see
time, because I probably have to be in and out. We can share it 3 ways and just give that person control, and you've got control of the whole meeting.
But I think the trouble is that, like, so even if we did that back end way, that will work for the people remoting in, but the people in the room are still gonna see us toggling between screens on the projector. So like, we won't be able to like just flip between stuff on the back of the room, because the projector's just gonna project what's happening on the screen right here.
Right, so you might see you know what, you're right, because you'll see the tech on the top right corner saying he's connected to your computer.
Oh wait, so that webcam has a mic in it?
Now you got all the software loaded, yeah. Yeah, this is audio and video. Now, how far away it'll capture? It just came out of the box. But it is considered for a wide screen, so I would think it would capture a room. Let's do a test recording and see what it does. Are you muted down?
Let's see if the little thing goes. Test, test. Where's that picking up from here?
It's got like this direction.
Test, test, test. Looking to see if the
Well,
little.
I'm hearing you
I
through
can
the
hear you.
laptops.
Oh, okay, so it is working. Because, I mean, this one's, actually, shoot, now, hold on. I may have, it may be actually pulling, yeah, it's pulling from the other one. So,
Well, let's, disconnect
there we go.
this one. Test, test. Test, test.
I hear you.
Okay. So that may be sufficient for the speaker in the ceiling there. And then we just need one
Yeah,
more.
because no matter who is on the microphone, the clip on, there's speakers all over. So you'll pick up.
So let's need to make sure wherever that camera's set up,
The only thing is,
it's not like people talking at that table.
exactly, if you have a conversation at the table, you might get that as
So we
well.
might have to have just like a little table set up here where it's just like, that's for the camera.
Well, let's see, can we disable just the audio on this one and put the mic back up? And that way it's closer to the presenter.
Wait, sorry, tell me again?
See if we can disable the microphone on this one
Okay.
and leave the video. And then we will flip this microphone, which is more specific to the presenter.
This one's the same one, looks like.
This is probably going to be over here somewhere.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, it'll be the middle of the room, but yeah, it'll be close.
You would probably want more over this way in this area.
I would say more centered so that you can get a wide screen.
I'm sure.
Then, depending on where they're walking, if they're gonna be over here.
Oh, she's gonna be over
Yeah,
this
she's
way.
in the center for the double room, right?
Well, if we come back over here, though, we'll be over here.
Yeah, so that's the trick.
So you're starting together, then you're,
But we'll be in this room for the rest of the day.
So basically, the first half of the day, it's going to be someone presenting in this room up here. Then during lunch for like an hour, we're doing keynote, both rooms open, someone's presenting up there.
okay?
Then after lunch, close the doors again, now someone's presenting back over here. So we're
Gotcha.
basically going to have to be shifting as it goes, which is why having it set up to number 2 is better, because then we can just move the cart over.
Yes.
And just move the equipment with it, basically. Okay. Yeah, and we may want to use that directional mic, because that we can just point right at the speaker
What's
instead
that
of
again? June what?
21st. I sent you a tech ticket for it, so.
Yeah, you got it in there, yeah. That's
Yep.
okay.
And
I
that,
just want to make sure it sounds like it's gonna be all day in and out, so.
Test, test.
because that might be like, yeah, and I did, when I put in the ticket, I basically said, this is gonna be, like, I even said, I think in there that you may want to see if anybody else can around help too, because like, we'll obviously be doing this stuff, and you're gonna be helping us get all stuff with that, but there is gonna be, I mean, I guess I don't know how many people will think are coming, but the whole building is gonna be, every room will be, yeah, so there'll be, basically, every room will have presentations going. So, and we reserved laptop power for that 17 laptop, so you see.
I don't even know. I don't think we used laptops for last year.
It was out and available in case anyone
Yeah, I
needed
don't
it.
think other people used it. I think we voted people to bring their own stuff.
Yeah.
So that is weird. That might be better to do that.
We've been talking about it because when you and I got this
I
job.
can't remember.
Which was your outfit going, where Ralph Helps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tech Gold Team,
Right.
and that, I think you got a separate CA for that.
All right, anything else I think we should do prep-wise for this thing? So one thing I might need to look into is, one, to see if we can do the picture-in-picture. We won't freak out if we can. If we can't, we just won't worry about it. But the other thing to do would be figure out, can we have basically a facilitator permissions on here, right? So like, we can have the computer set to broadcast, but then can we have one of us in the back of the room actually doing the Q&A stuff and fielding those questions without it showing up here? We just have to
And if you're
figure it
making
out.
that request to Greta, just have her play everybody party.
Okay, got it.
Looking for permissions, because you're gonna run into where somebody's gonna need it.
You're right. Especially if we do it this summer, if it goes well, then everybody else is going to be like, well.
It's easier to ask for permissions on that because it's probably typically sitting in a folder called Learning Center.
Oh, okay.
And all the users are tied to that Learning Center folder. So when you give permission to one, you give permission to all Learning Center. And that'll make life a lot easier instead of nickel and diming it 1% at a time.
Yeah. Well, let me write that down. Sorry, I'm over here. Okay, so basically, HOA access for LC. Right. Okay, and then look for HOA add-on for
And some that Angela.
and then facilitator role. That's right. We'll see how many of these pan out, but
you think between now and then, maybe we want to even.
So you're still working with Jamie as far as figuring out where we can put docks. So maybe as you're thinking about that, is there a spot on that page where we could have a link on the day of for, so people go there, but we can have that go on the official flyer too. But like the day of, go here, and then be a link to HOA Street, basically. So just somewhere we can highlight that on there. I don't know, that's you guys, I don't know what
I like we need to, this is, people don't
Do you
know
still
that.
want to set that up next to it to record, or
What do you think?
doesn't hurt to have a backup?
I think it wouldn't hurt to have it.
That might not a bad idea. What's the video, like, could that thing record all day?
No,
So we'd have to
It's
like.
not on the battery,
grab it,
but
have
you know, the battery.
will it run direct? Off the USB or?
No, there's a little, there's a